like for a small child to just wander around with no way to find civilization and accidentally find somebody and was saved. So I can understand, just looking at the countryside, why they would not opt to just run away, because for the most part it sounds like in the book that they might have had lots of opportunities, but what world were they going to do if they did escape? There was just no place to go. So we have a heritage here in Texas. Many of us who, right here, we have a connection with family who has been captured. On the Jordan side, we have some of our Jordan family here. We have a Mexican cousin who was captured by an Indian. I've got a story of how she was with her sister, and sister was 16 and she was 10, and they killed the sister and took the 10-year-old, and she was with them for something close to a year, and spent very much the same kind of experience as these other children that were captured, and was eventually returned and lived right here in Fredericksburg. And she gave her story when she was in her 80s. Was published in the Fredericksburg newspaper, and it tells all her story of how she was treated by the Indians. And so we lived right here in this area. Our families were here. They lived a kind of really rough life that was open to the Indian territory, so that the opportunity was always there for those children to be captured. I did some research recently about grandmother Johanna's family, the Brahe family, and found out that this park butts up to where she and her family lived, right here in the Live Oak Creek settlement. And so that we're practically in the backyard of where her family lived. They came here from Germany and with absolutely nothing, and farmed these lands. And I look around and think, well, I hope they had success, because some of the places don't have much dirt to farm on. So we have a really big history to carry on. I'm glad that we are able to be here today. We have Charlie Jordan with us, and he has just returned. I mean, just barely. I think he's still got his plaid on. Just to return from Scotland, and he's got lots of things to share with us about his trip to Scotland. So we'll turn the time over to Charlie.
Well,
he didn't come in his kilt, as you can see. He did last time.
The last time I wore my kilts, I just come back too, but I couldn't make it this time. When I first started coming to these things a long time ago, people didn't know anything about the McDougalls in Scotland. In the meantime, I think we've gotten a lot more knowledgeable. So I'm not going to say very much, but I just been there. I went to the Denali Castle, where the chieftain is located. I mean, she actually doesn't live there. She lives in the south of Scotland, but she's the 37th chieftain, and the Denali Castle, of which I have some pictures, is a ruin, basically. They took a lot of the stuff out of the castle to build a house, but a lot of castles over there got the wrong side of various wars and are ruins now. And of course, what you get over there is a number of little books about McDougalls, and you might think they're all the same, but they're not. Some of them are a lot better than others, and have some interesting pictures other ones don't have. But here are three of them. But the thing I want to draw your attention to, and this is the most interesting thing I found, was a book written by Jean McDougall, a book in which she reviews the correspondence of 4 McDougall chiefs from 1715 to 1865. This is kind of right before Patrick McDougall came here. And this was all based on the fact of many different clashes in Scotland at the time, having to do with religious clashes, having to do with German-French, basically, clashes. When you think of England, England was really dominated by Germans, right? The Georges were all Germans. But the French, Mary Queen of Scots, was basically educated by the French, and married a French king, and they started fighting over, French and Germans started fighting over Scotland. Internally, of course, it was Catholic Protestant and the Presbyterians, and people were being displaced. And apparently, our Patrick was displaced from Scotland to Ireland to get out of the way of these wars. People were getting summarily burned. I mean, 2 or 3 guys could decide that you were blasphemous or you did. They made it up, and they basically burned you at the stake. And so people tend to get out of the way. And this is a very interesting book in the sense these are letters from 4 chieftains, and I've only read one of them, back to his wife. He decided he had to be on the English king's side. He left to be in the war. He would write back and say, I'm doing fine, don't worry about me. I did take a ball in the leg and more or less blew it away, but never mind, I'm doing good. And be careful, keep the people with you at home. Don't let them kick you out of the castle. Okay? Then finally he calls back and says, well, we lost another one. I'm afraid they're going to kick you out of the castle. And so he couldn't go back. He never was able to go back in his entire lifetime. His wife was put in the castle, taken out of the castle, put back in the castle, because all these things were traditional, you know, that was the McDougall castle. You couldn't really just take it away. And everybody was playing games with each other, and some you went back in, you went back out. But this is a very first-hand account of a family split by the fact that the McDougall had decided to be on the Jacobite cause. It decided to be on the side of the English, and that was really the Germans versus the French, which is really the Catholics. But it was never that straightforward, because everybody was it was a power grab in all directions, and the religion was used as a leverage back and forth. But this I got at the Donnelly house, and it has a publisher in here if you're interested in getting it. And I have a few pictures here if you want to look of the castle and of the Oban port where the castle is located. And that's basically it.
Well, when I heard he was coming today,
I got one more thing.
I wanted to see him in his kilt.
Huh?
I wanted to see you in your kilt.
In my kilt?
Yeah, because we went to Highland Games and all the guys in kilts were wearing T-shirts that says, "Real men wear kilts."
Real men wear kilts. I just have one more thing, is that if any of you are at all interested, there's going to be a clan gathering in 2009 in Oban. So you can get on the internet to a McDougall organization, a United States organizational, a Clan McDougall, which at least the one I know about is in California, in somewhere in the valley there. I haven't been able to talk to him yet. I called him up a couple of times, but that's mainly for clan gatherings in the States. And as best I could tell, a large fraction of the McDougalls are in the States. There's not a lot of McDougalls in Scotland. Of course, we always lost all the wars because we didn't have enough people. I mean, the Highland people were great warriors, they say, you know, and they won once, but they basically were always low man on the totem pole.
Well, still today, we would do really well to show this many McDougalls and related to be in one place at one time on one Saturday of the year. So we give ourselves a cheer. Come on. Yeah. Bev, what happened to the count? Did you take it?
Oh, she gave it to me.
Okay. We were going to give the count one more time.
Okay. Hey, Laura, can you get someone to help me?
We had people running around, and so we were going to do it one more time just to be sure that we know how many's here today. Yeah. And also, I have to own up to something that I know that I had announced that we have an auction today. We've got a quilt to auction, and you see that road down there? I'm waiting for it to come up that road. Any minute now. I left it in San Antonio. And so my nephew is on his way here with it. So if you will...
Here he is.
She's shaking her head. Where's the total? Where's the total? They expect me to count that high. This is really great. I don't think we've had this many people at a reunion for quite a few years, and so it's great to have you gathered here. We have a tradition that has always been carried on at the reunion, and that is to help keep us going from year to year. We have today our books for sale. We've printed up some extra ones, and so they are for sale. Kurt will be happy to sell you one if you'd like one. They cost $40, and that gives our reunion funds a little bit of a profit, so we're able to keep this going. We also have a tradition that we pass the hat, and so we would ask at this time that someone who has a great big Stetson hat right back there, somebody get his attention. If he would like to share that with us, would you like to share your hat with us and let us pass the hat? It has to be a Texas hat, you know, it can't use any other kind.
We've collected something.
Add to it. Okay, we're going to start out with what you put in the little baggies box here. We're going to pass the real hat, the Texas hat. So please be generous with us, and so that we can keep this tradition going. If you have any other ideas of ways to fund us so we can keep going, we would definitely appreciate that. Just see Kurt or myself, and we'll be happy to consider your ideas, because we're wide open for anything. We have some thoughts here from Kurt he would like to share with you.
Oh, well, I actually did something as a surprise because I was going to present one of them to Wanda, so I haven't even told her about it. But what I did, I came up with, starting with Mildred Zesch. She started in 1976, keeping the minutes of all the reunions. It's got everybody who attended, and births, deaths, announcements that were made, just tons of stuff. And I think Kent, I came across a couple of places when he was president. He had mentioned that he wished that someone would put something together, and so I've got this together. It's 31 years worth of minutes and announcements and stuff. So it's I was able to make them for like $10 a piece, so $15 is all I'm asking for it. So I made a few copies. I didn't make tons. I didn't realize we were gonna have so many people, but and also. And I wanted to go ahead and present the former. I wanted to present one to Wanda, also one to Kent, and Doug Knox. I don't think he's here today, right? And I was going to present one to him, and also Mildred. She had called me and ordered a book through me, and she thought she was going to be able to make it. I think Mildred Zesch. Is she? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, New Yorker.
She wrote all that stuff. I think she should stand up and give her hand.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I didn't realize she was here. Everybody, I just want to, we wouldn't have all the minutes, all the history that we have right here without her.
We've been kept this thing going for about 30 years. Are we going to announce the birth of death?
Yes, that's
Yeah, so we have minutes for 31 years. It has the minutes from 1976 up till last year, 2007. So, and I also have one more thing that I made.
This has a short card here.
I have this DVD. Whenever I first came here 5 or 6 years ago, back in 2003, I had brought my video camera and stuff. I had just learned about the McDougall reunion. Didn't realize that y'all had been having it for 78 years at that point in time. This year's the 83rd, so I have 5 years worth of I just recorded your message stuff, but I have from 2003, 2007, and I'm just going to ask $5 for that if anybody's interested. So, 1 year we had Wanda who presented all the history on Horse Ranch and race horse breeding and stuff. So all that information is on here too. So it's just kind of live coverage of some of the reunions. But anyway, that's just some. Wanda was asking for ideas, so I happened to come up with a couple of them. So these just for $5 and the minutes books for $15. So $20 if you got to get both of them. So.
Did everybody get the hat passed to them yet? Everybody get a chance to put their donations in the hat? Okay, this is a tradition as well that we always do. We ask for those who have had significant events in your family. If you'd like to share those with us. Births, let's see, we have births in the family. We have a birth over here. Hazel?
My grandson, Eric Trovick, and his wife Tracy had a new baby on January 11th this year, and his name is Andrew James Trovick.
Wonderful. We have one new baby in the family. Surely we got more than just one. Okay.
I've had 4 great-grandchildren since last time, and I'm expecting another one in June.
And can you name all of them?
Yes, I can. Caleb Ragnar, let's see, Caleb Ragnar, Grace Estella Ragnar, Mia Catherine, Jackson Ragnar, and Colin, well, no, Colin was gone before. No, he wasn't, Colin Durst. Oh, that's fine.
She's got so many, she doesn't even count. Anybody else who's got new babies in their families? Nobody else? There we go, back here. Well, wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, that's great. Anybody else have any new babies? Sounds like June's won the prize. She's got all the babies in the family. Okay, now we have marriages. Do we have any marriages recently since last year? Anybody get married since last year? Well, we can't have babies unless we get married. Well, I take that back. Okay, now do we have any of our, we have one ready? Wonderful, thank you. We do have one marriage there. Thank you. Okay, now, oh yes?
My grandson, Sean, married Katie Adams.
Congratulations. She's my sister, I didn't even know that. Congratulations. Okay, now we're going to ask for those who have had family members who have passed away in this past year. Have one?
Rosalie White,
Rosalie White, and what was that
Lily's
date?
daughter.
Lily's daughter.
Lily's daughter, what date was it?
It was about 3 weeks ago. I didn't get the date.
Okay, just very recently.
She actually willed herself to stay alive so that she could see her first great-grandson's baptism. She died 2 days later.
How old was she?
She was 89.
89.
I have a date. My husband, Horace Brandenburger, died in August.
Last year, 2007.
August 7th.
And anyone else?
My brother Lawrence, whenever he died, May 25th.
What was his age?
89.
Ron Schwartz's husband, Edward Schwartz, and Ron was the daughter of William McDougall, and the baby's died in October.
Oh, he's the one who gave me a lot of the information on your family. I had a lot of good information from him. Anyone else?
Yeah, Edith Zesch and Evelyn Zesch were both daughters-in-law of Mathilda
Well, passed away this year?
since last week. Evelyn. And Edith was Jimmy Zesch, and Evelyn was Poodle for Walter Zesch.
Are there any others? We always take a moment to think about those that have passed on, if we'd like to take that time right now. Thank you. We have a good many of our family who have been here in the past, who have, it's the reason that we're here. And the reason that we have been able to keep this family reunion going for how many years?
83.
83, okay. I want to be sure it's right. He keeps me right. 83 years, and that's a long time. And you know what? Just a couple of years from now, we'll be getting to that 100th. So we got to keep us going until then, at least. All right. And I'll be very old by then. So, so we look to these young people like this to keep bringing them back, get them started. I know that I have a picture of my sister. Stand up, sister, little sister. Little sister. I have a picture of my little sister sitting on a picnic table, and she's about like that size right there at a family reunion. And there is lots of food and lots of beer bottles all over the place. They were just having a great time. But she was the little one there a long time ago. I won't tell them what year. So that's when we started coming to the family.
What I want to know is, where's the band?
The band. Well, what do you play?
Trombone.
You play trombone. We got a trombone. Anybody got a tuba?
Clarinet.
A clarinet. A trombone, a clarinet. A guitar. Okay, we got three pieces. We need a tuba. Anybody got one?
Can't do
Maybe we
this.
can borrow one.
Speaking of that, I was telling a story to someone else about, you reminded me of Smokey Clarner, who was the ringleader of all that tuba playing and squeeze box squeezing and stuff. I didn't find anything about him until I read his obituary in the Austin American Statesman, and it turned out his name was Smokey because he was a pitcher. Pitcher. For the Detroit Tigers, 1950, member of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Wow. He never said it to anybody.
It's because he was a better old person.
A story back here. Yes, tell us your story.
If you want to end this meeting on a good note,
Oh, okay.
my mother told me that when she and my dad first started swimming, it was during Prohibition.
Oh, yeah?
And the sheriff here was
Well, the sheriff is long gone, and if we have any beer here, you brought it yourself. So. Days of
When I get here
prohibition
next
are over.
time, I'll bring some scotch.
They had prohibition. I remember that they started having prohibition against beer at some point because the people were getting rowdy.
I hear it's because there was a bunch of
Heavens
Germans
forbid we
fighting.
get rowdy.
They're fighting.
That sheriff was my grandfather.
Here we go. We got his granddaughter. Got his granddaughter right here. We have anybody else who wants to share today? No more tall stories that we want to share? Oh, I'll tell you what, my truck still hasn't come down that road. And so I don't want you to leave until you have an opportunity to at least look at what it made is a family history quilt. It's 40 by 40, so it's designed to hang on the walls, not to cover your bed with, okay? And it is designed with Texas. I call it McDougall's in Texas. And it has a Celtic knot in the center and Texas all around it. So if you would like to hang around for a bit, you're free to stay here and visit with family. We do want to make sure that we get all the family groups taken today, because we'd like to make that one of our projects as well, to make a family group collage out of it. So if you were able to get your group together, we'll take the rest of those pictures. And obviously there's lots more leftovers if you still want to have something to eat. So we thank you for coming, and this has been a great day.